Hello everyone, this is Chris from Stylharmony. Thank you for joining me. Today's video is about how to use the marble paper that we have done previously. So if you haven't seen this video, go ahead and check it out. I think it was the last one. So I will put a link anyway on the top right corner to if you want to go there and check it out. So we've done all these papers and now I'm going to show you what you can do with them. So for today I'm going to show you just a few things and we're going to do a tutorial for one of these cards. So these are the cards that I made, and you probably already saw this one because I showed you that one before, but this is one card you can do, and it's, I know, kind of dark, but I wanted something darker to get it on this paper, and I've just added a little bit of some glaze over it to make it shine. And I also did this one with another background. So here is my background, and I just cut out this little boat, and here again I hope you will be able to see it. I have put some glaze here a little bit on the waves to make it look a bit more realistic, and I like the look of it, and I think it's diamond glaze. I will show that to you later on. I've done this very cute one. I love it. It's really nice. The two little birdies here are stuck in here with some double-sided foam, and the cage was cut out as well as into some paper. So I made the birds and the cage out of the paper, and then I die cut these leaves and I just stick it to there. Very, very nice, very simple. I like it. And I've also done this one that I die cut in a whole piece, and it's just one piece here of die cuts on a black sheet of cardstock, and I think it just looks nice. I haven't added a tag yet. I might do this, but something very simple, because I like when people are free to write what they want into their card, but this one looks so great, and especially on dark paper. And I've got another one here, and this is the one I'm going to show you, and this is more like a church looking or cathedral looking card, and I hope you can see the embossed paper here. I'm going to show you this to you as well, and we're going to make this card. If you want me to show you how I've done any of the other cards, maybe not this one because it's just a die cut and it's so easy, but maybe the others, just tell me. The one with the birds or the one with the boat, it's very nice. So there we have it. That's the card we're going to make today. And I also wanted to show you that you can do other things than cards. You can make paper flowers, and I've die cut these the flowers into paper, and I've put them into flowers like this, and they're quite big, but I haven't used all my dies. I could have made them even bigger. So that's just one of so many examples you can do, and that's with a white paper on the background, because sometimes I think this one is really charged. How could I say that? Looks very busy to me, so sometimes it's nice to layer something different, and I will do a tutorial on how to make paper flowers, and this is a great example. And here I've also cut out a little butterfly that I can put somewhere. I really thought that that would look great like feathers, so do a card again on something that is black or very dark because it looks nice. You can cut out doilies or anything else and look, maybe a flower that could make a tag, for example. Isn't that cute? I like it. I hope you'll be able to see it well. And what I've also thought about is maybe using, one of these marbles. This one is very big, but you could also put a marble here, and let me do a little close-up. And you've seen this many times, and we'll probably do a tutorial for the people who yet don't know, but you can cut this piece out and then glue it on the back here of this glass marble, and you can make a pendant out of it, or you can make a ring, for example. This one is pretty big, but you just choose the place where you want to die cut it, and just die cut it, no, cut it, that will be easier, and you're good to go. There's so many places where you could do this. I have another paper here. I could maybe find another spot, so it's another idea, so you're not going to waste your paper. That was fun to do, but we can make a lot of things with this. So now we're going to start doing our card. So what I've done here, and let me pause this. I'm not going to pause it. So what I've done here is that I took a piece of cardstock that is a craft color, craft paper. And I used this embossing folder, and it doesn't have any brand on it, so I can't tell you what it is, but you can see what it looks like, a brick wall, and I've used this for my background. Now that I have this, I wanted to give it a little bit of coloring, like aging. It's supposed to be a church, so maybe it's old. So I decided to use some inks, and I'm using different types of ink, whatever you have. I'm using Memento here, Memento, and Versamagic as well. I wanted kind of 2 or 3 shades. I'm maybe not going to use all of them, but we'll see. So I'm using these stencil brushes to do this. So I'm just going in there and, whoops, slightly starting to apply some color here and there. I'm not looking for a specific pattern. I just want to age a little bit this brick wall. I'm good, I think, for this color. Yeah, and maybe I'm going to use the same brush here because it's brown. And I'm going to use this darker one. This one is, nope. I'm using Rich Cocoa for the Memento. And again, I'm doing things really randomly because that's the way it's supposed to be, right? It's not weathered all the way perfectly. You could use a sponge to do this. And I've got to be careful because on my camera it's looking much brighter than what I really see here. So I've got to be careful with this. Okay, and I might do just the edges as well. That I didn't do that on my other card, but I'm just gonna do the edges. And I like the dewdrops. I like this size of inking stamps because I think they're more versatile. First, they're less expensive, of course, so you can have more colors for the same price. And Memento is a very good brand also. I really like it. I'll have also the distress inks, of course. And I think I'm gonna call it good. Maybe I'll use a little bit more actually, because from what I see, it's not, yeah, a little bit more weathered. If you compare it to that one, okay, there's a little bit more color here. Okay, and I'm probably gonna do this edge as well, otherwise it's not gonna look nice. And before putting your fingers everywhere, just leave it to dry a few seconds. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this to dry. And now what we're gonna do is that I've already went ahead and cut some dies here. So the dies I'm using today, the Windows dies here that I have, you can find them on Amazon, and I will put a link. And I am an affiliate, so if you buy anything using one of my links, I will have a commission if you buy within 24 hours. I just want to let you know, so it's completely transparent. And it's a 4 of 5 dies with the little cat here as well, and this little bouquet you can put underneath here if you want to. So I've used only this one for this example, and it's about under $4 the whole set. And again, I will put the link on Amazon. So what I've done here is that I've pre-cut my 3 pieces onto black cardstock. And now what I'm going to do, and I've decided to choose this paper, one of the marble paper we've done, and you're just going to place this part, and I've taken, of course, all the inside pieces out, and you're just going to place it where you think it's going to look nice to you. So you need to wiggle around a little bit, see what you like best, and you can change the position of it if you want. I want some colorful colors because that's normally the case, right? I think I like this one here, and I kind of like this color here as well. There's a little bit of orange. Let's see, maybe a little bit of green. Nope, that's too dull. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for that. So now what I'm going to do, if you have a sticker maker, you could use this like a Xyron machine. You could put these through because they would fit perfectly. But I just recently bought this little glue squishy bottle with a very fine tip, and I really love it. I used it and it's really, really nice. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put some glue here. Here and there. You don't have to put glue everywhere, just on the main spots, and you can refill this bottle. If you're using, for example, Mod Podge, I think you should, or any other glue that is quite thick, maybe water it down a little bit, otherwise it might clog, or you might have some problem squishing the bottle. So this one came with the paint, the glue inside. And it's an off-brand. There was no specific brand on it, but it works really fine. So now that I have it, I'm just going to place it again where I decided I want my window to be. So let's say here. And I'm exactly going to do the same thing with the two others. So I think you got the point. I'm just going to pause this video and I'll come back when the whole 3 windows are completely dry. Okay, so I have cut my 3 windows here. I'm going to go back to my card and I'm going to stick them down. And I decided to put 3 because I like odd numbers. They usually look better. And I decide I'm just going to go do exactly the same that I did before. So again, I'm going to use this glue and put it on the back. And if you want to, what you could do here, but my paper is not that thick, even though it's quite sturdy, you could go over with some marker and put some black here on the edges if you really wanted to make it a little more perfect. Just for the sake of the video, I'm not doing it, but you can do it, of course. So I'm putting glue here. I could use double-sided tape as well. Here, I like this little glue thing. It's good. Don't have to press that hard. And if it starts, you know, going up, I would put maybe a book on it to make it a little heavy, to make it the glue stick very well. And there you have it. Okay. So now what I've also done is that I've cut out some leaves here for my decorations. Exactly the same one that I've done here. And these leaves comes from Spellbinders, Shapeabilities. You've got 6 dies in here, and I've used one of them smallest here. I thought that was a nice one. I didn't want to put too much here, and I hope you'll be able to see the color of it. I've cut it out in some pattern paper, but I think it's a little too the same color as my background. So I'm going to come back here with my inks, and I'm going to hit my leaves here and there just to make them pop out a little bit. This is why I'm having again all my fingers dirty. And I was told not to apologize. A crafter should have dirty hands, or it's normal at least, because, you know, I'm always doing something, and sometimes inks have I have gotten some problems taking the inks out of my fingers, even sometimes the glue, depending on what glue I use. So I'm going to leave this to dry a little bit, and while this is drying, let me take a rag here or something to clean my fingers a little bit more. I don't want to put ink everywhere. Okay, I want to show you the difference between the two. I mean, except just the color of the background, just the fact that I put some glossy accents, and that's exactly what I was using, glossy accents. I put that on my windows and it gives a more realistic look to it. I hope you're going to be able to see this. Let me see. I don't, oh yeah, there it is, there it is. Okay, and it gives a much more realistic, and also the colors seem to be a little brighter right now when I look at it. Okay, so I would do that as well. Now I hope my ink is more or less dry. I'm going to put my leaves here. You don't have to do this if you think it's too much. Just skip that part of the leaves. But I think it brings something to the card. And I will go a bit off edge and I will trim out. I like doing this. I think it's again more natural. So here and there. There, and just this last piece here. And for these leaves, that was just a scrap piece of paper. So again, it's another way to use your scraps. Of course, I never throw away my scraps. I never throw away hardly anything. I try to improve myself. My husband is rather happy about that. And there you have it. They both look in the same direction. Let me see. No, I can't get it off. It's already stuck there. Anyway, I wanted to make it go in another direction, so yeah, I don't want everything to look similar. And I'm just gonna take a piece of paper, and where do I have my paper? Oh, I'm sorry about that. And I'm just gonna take away all this glue. Blot it up, and there you have it. Now I'm going to cut here these little pieces, and yes, that comes just on the edge, and there it's almost done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this glossy accent here. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and I'm not going to do the whole 3 windows. I'm just going to show you how easy it is. I hope I'm not too much. Yeah, I hope you can see what I'm doing now. Because the camera is over my head and it's not easy to look at what I'm doing, look at the camera. I just want to make sure that I'm not off screen. And if the tip is too big to go into the slits here, the tiny pieces, the tiny spaces, just use a toothpick and just glide the glossy accent into it. And it's so easy to do. It's done in minutes. We made the paper ourselves, and I thought when I saw this paper I had to use it in this kind of way because it looks really nice. Look at that. Can you see the shim of it? Oh, it's lovely. Okay, let me see. I almost had it. Yes, really, really nice compared to the others. I mean, in real life, there's a very, very big difference, and I think it enhances also the colors. So there you have it. It's really nice, and of course, depending on the colors you're going to use, the looks are going to be every time different. But hey, that's the purpose of doing things ourselves. There's never going to be 2 the same. I love this one very much, and so simple. This little birdie also is nice. That could be a Valentine's Day, or it could be for a Mother's Day, because with the hearts in the, I hope you can see that, there are little hearts here into these birdies. I was not sure about the tag here. The salmon might maybe say just a bon voyage or something, but I like the look of it. It looks peaceful, and I really loved it. And this card, I really like this card. Didn't know if I had to put it on white or green, and I finally decided on green. It's maybe too much, but hey, why not? It's my card. So you as well do what you want with your cards. So there you have it. I will show you in the next video, maybe, or the next one after that, how to make these paper flowers. Very simple as well. That's maybe more for beginners. And otherwise, please give me some thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to get all the notifications. And also share. Sharing is caring. Thank you very much for being here. See you soon. Big hugs. Bye-bye.